going to be doing a fresh and colorful spring look. It's going to be a lilac and peach look, so a really pretty soft lavender lilac eye with peach cheeks and lips. And I love how this turned out. I was inspired to do this look by this L'Oreal single shadow that I got. It's in the color Violet Petal. It's just one of their single shadows. I think these are only like $3, but I love this color. It's really, really pretty. It's like a silvery lilac color, and it's very shimmery, almost metallic, and I just love this. So I was inspired to do this look by that. And another thing, usually you see purples paired with pinks and it can come off very girly and almost Barbie inspired, and I do really like that, but I thought this was kind of different to pair the warm peach with such a cool color on the eyes, and I really like how it turned out. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so first I'm just going to prime my eyes with a little bit of eye primer. Next I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and this is just like a white eyeshadow base. It just looks like this. It looks like a big jumbo pencil, and you just draw it on your eyelid. I'm just going to be putting this kind of on my lid, but you just want to start off with a very little bit, because if you apply these too thickly, they can look really cakey and very creasy. So you just want to start off with a little bit, then take your finger and just kind of pat it out so it warms up the product, and then it should go on a lot better. So I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. And I think putting this on in layers makes it work a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more. You really don't need a ton, you just need enough to brighten up your eyelid. Okay, so once you have it all over your eyelid, you can go ahead and put a little bit on your inner corner. Just make sure you don't put too much, because this can settle into any of the fine lines around your eye. So just make sure it's well moisturized and you just really pat it out and don't put too much. But you want to make sure it is the brightest on the inner corner, because that's going to work as our highlight. Okay, so for the light lilac color on the eyelid, I'm going to be using this L'Oreal single shadow in the color Violet Petal, and it's just a very gorgeous, kind of very shimmery, silvery lilac color. It is so pretty, and I'm just going to be using that on a MAC 239 brush. So I'm just going to load that up on my brush, and then make sure I tap off the excess so I don't get too much fallout. I'm just going to be packing this color all over my eyelid, but don't bring it up into the crease because it is very shimmery. So I'm just going to pack this all over, but stopping just below the crease. This color is so pretty. It's like a very lavendery lilac color, and it almost has like a silver tone to it. It's very like shimmery. It's really pretty. Okay, then I'm going to go into my MAC palette, and I'm going to take the color Wedge. It's just a nice kind of transition color. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone, and I'm going to just kind of use this as my transition color before I put my crease color on. So just kind of run it back and forth very loosely in the crease and kind of up towards the brow bone. This will just help everything blend better. Okay, this next color I'm going to be using is called Parfait Amour, and it's a really pretty kind of bright blue tone purple. So you just want to use anything that's kind of like a medium bright purple, obviously darker than the one that we used first. And with this color, you really have to load it up on your brush. It's not that pigmented once you dip your brush in it, but once you put it on your eye, it's very bright. So if that makes sense, you just got to load it up on your brush. So I'm just going to really swirl this up on my brush and kind of get it on the side too. Make sure you tap off all the excess. Okay, so I'm just going to start by patting this color on my outer corner right there, and then just lay it on its side to connect it up to the crease. Just kind of get this outer part of the lid, and then I'm going to flip it over to the tip of the brush where we still have that color on it and run it into the crease, just like that. Then I'm just going to blend around the edges a little bit. Then you can go back with whatever left over on the crease brush and just kind of lightly start bringing it up a little farther. So using a really light hand, it'll just kind of feather the color up and create more of a halo purple effect around it, so it doesn't stop so harsh. So just where it barely meets that transition color that we placed down. Okay, for the bottom lash line, I'm just going to start off with a little bit of a bright purple liner for a base. This is just the Urban Decay one in Ransom, and I just find it'll just help the color stick a little better on the bottom. You don't have to do this, but it'll help it pop a little more. I'm going to be using this short smudge brush from Sigma. This is the E20. And I'm going to go back into the Parfait Amour color. And I'm just going to smudge this right on top of the purple eyeliner that we just set down. And just run this all along the bottom. Okay, then with that same brush, I'm going to go back in with the light lavender color. And I'm just going to put this on the inner part of the lower lash line and blend it into the brighter purple. Okay, then out of my Naked Basics palette, I'm going to go in with the color Venus. You can just take any shimmery white color. And that's just going to go right on the inner corner. Okay, so moving on to the eyeliner, I'm going to start off with this MAC eyeliner. This is from the Archie's Girl collection, so it is limited edition, but it's the color Designer Purple. It's just a really pretty dark purple color, but it has a really pretty shimmery glitter in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. But if you can't find this, since it was limited edition, the Stila smudge stick in Stingray, I think, is like an exact kind of dupe for it. It's really pretty, so you can use that. Or any dark purple liner will work. I just love the shimmer in this one. I'm just going to start by running this along my upper lash line. We're going to blend it out in a minute on the outer corner, but you just want to start with a very basic line all the way across. And then really thin on this inner part. So once you have a line down, just kind of make it a little bit thicker on the outer corner. This does not have to be perfect right here. We are going to smudge it out. You just want a nice little bit of thickness there. Then with a smudgy brush, I'm just going to go ahead and smudge that out a little bit. It's a little bit softer. And then right on this outer corner, the lower lash line, I'm just going to put a very tiny bit, really close to the lashes. And then again with my smudge brush, just smudge it in. Okay, then I'm going to go in with a pencil brush. This is the Sigma E30. And I'm going to be using this color Deep Purple out of my Lorac Pro palette. It's just a nice dark purple color. And that particular eyeshadow is really pigmented, so I just used a really tiny bit and tapped off all the excess because we don't want it to be too dark. So right on the outer corner, I'm just going to be placing the color first. It looks kind of crazy. And then you can kind of close your eye and bring it in this angle like that. Then I'm going to start bringing it just a little bit into the very deepest part of my crease. You don't want to cover up all that nice bright purple, but just kind of define the crease a little bit. Okay, so right now it is looking kind of scary, but you can go ahead and go in with your crease brush that you used for that brighter color and just kind of lightly blend over it, and it'll help soften it. Okay, so that eyeshadow look ended up having a lot of fallout, so I just went ahead and took a makeup remover wipe and cleaned up the fallout. You just want to make sure you do that so when you put on your concealer, you don't end up with like purple concealer under your eyes, because that looks terrible. I have done that before. But now I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply mascara. And I always get a lot of questions about this eyelash curler. This is the Urban Decay Revolution eyelash curler. It's just like a sideless one, so it doesn't pinch your eyes. You can get it at Sephora, but it's just the Urban Decay one. I always get a lot of questions about it. Okay, then you just want to go ahead and apply your mascara. Okay, then I can't believe I forgot the last step, which is to highlight. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Brule single eyeshadow. This is like my favorite, one of my favorite highlight colors, and I love that it's only like $2 and it's really compact. I'm just going to take that on my brush, and I'm just going to put this right under the brow bone. Pretty self-explanatory. And then kind of bring it up in here to blend out the edges. Okay, so moving on to the rest of the face. Sorry the light is so bright. It's either that or really orange if I shut my blinds, so sorry about that. But I'm going to start off with a little bit of my Nars Laguna bronzer just to kind of warm up my skin tone a little bit. I'm just going to be using this tapered face brush from Sigma. I just really like this because it fits really nicely under your cheekbones and it blends out the color really nicely. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my brush and just kind of lightly contour with it and kind of bring it up on my cheeks because I want it to be kind of like a glowy spring look. Just add a nice little bit of color to my face, and then just kind of bring some underneath my jaw, and then right up here on the temples. It's probably like my favorite place to put bronzer. Okay, then for blush, I'm going to be using Benefit's Coralista. This is just like a little sample size of it. And it's just a really pretty, like, glowy, peachy coral color. It's a really light coral. It's more of a peachy color on me. It has a really nice kind of glow to it. So it really brightens up your cheeks. So I'm just going to get a little bit of that and put that kind of right on the back part of my apples. And with this look, I decided to go for peach because it's a little bit of a different look than doing like the classic pink and purple. Because if you do pink and purple, I really like it, but it can look very, very girly and kind of Barbie doll, kind of pink and purple. I do really like it, but I thought that the peach looked really pretty with the purple, and it's kind of unexpected, and I like how the warmness of the peach kind of contrasts with the really cool colored eyes, and I just thought it looked really pretty. Okay, then I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. You don't really need a highlight with that blush, but I'm just like a highlight freak and I feel like I have to put it on. So I'm going to use the Hard Candy Baked Bronzer in Tiki. It's not really a bronzer, just like a light gold highlighter. And the blush has like a gold shimmer, so I thought this matched. And I'm just going to put that right on the very tops of my cheekbones. Okay, so for the lips, I'm going to be using MAC's Ravishing, and this is just a really nice corally peach. Again, it's not a bright, bright coral. It's more of like a peachy color, and I'm just going to put that right on my lips. I'm just going to blend it out with my finger a little bit so it's not quite as bright. Okay, so with that lipstick, you get that kind of nice peachy corally tone to your lips. And then just to tone it down a little bit and make it more of a more pale peach, I'm going to take this Revlon lip gloss in the color Peach Petal. It's just a really nice peachy nude color. And what I like to do if I'm using like a lighter lip gloss, I just get it on my finger and then put it on so you don't get any of the lipstick color on the applicator, and put it back in, and it can kind of over time change the color of your lip gloss. So I just get a little bit on my finger, and I'm just going to run that right over the lipstick. And you can kind of see how it nudes it out just a little bit, but you still have that color of the lipstick peeking through. And I do this a lot with different colors. It's just a really nice way to kind of create the custom color that you like. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I love how it turned out. I think it's perfect for spring. It's colorful, but it's still fresh and wearable. It's not over the top, and I just really love how it turned out because you get that pop of color without going crazy, and it's still somewhat natural. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you try it out, let me know. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I will leave all my links in the down bar, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!